Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your message from time, your message from your past, your present, and your future. Can't wait to get into it. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. If you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, this is also an option, and you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box as well. All right, otherwise, let's take a look at our cards and see what we have. So for pile number 1, you've got the Spirit. For pile, number 2, you've got the Queen. And for pile number 3, you've got the Splat. All right. So if you prefer to pick your piles using crystals, let me add these. And these days we're doing it together. So I'm going to show you the crystals and then we can think about what we can add there. Right. So the cherry quartz gives me pink vibes, reddish pink. So that could be an option there. Unless maybe the rose quartz could be another option, by the way. We can do that. Wouldn't it be nice if we can just put 2 crystals? Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Purple is amethyst. Well, we've got one here. Why don't we add this amethyst right there? And then blue. It kind of gives me the shade of the Sodalite. So, yeah, kind of giving me Sodalite vibes with the white as well, representing the Spirit here in this card. So I'm going to put that one here. And then what's left, unless we see something else. Oh, wait, there is actually. There is the rhodochrosite. That is an option. And then there is the rhodonite. That is another option. All these are pink options to represent this card. Hold up, there's the rhodonite in this way as well. Let's see. I would say, although not the perfect shade, this seems to be the closest. This is like more of a magenta color. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with the cherry quartz. It kind of captures it in a close way. But also, this is more like the color itself, just super light. What do we go for? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. Let's place that here. And yeah, it looks nice. It's looking nice. All right. So these are the crystals for today's reading. And let me bring them up close to the camera so that you can see them. So for pile number 1, your crystal is the beautiful Sodalite. For pile number 2, why do they look? There we go. Your crystal is the beautiful Amethyst. And for pile number 3, your crystal is the beautiful Cherry Quartz. Right. So take a look at which one of these 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the reading you're meant to hear today. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And also, please note that in the next section of the introduction, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment, after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Let's go one more time. There we go. Right, so these are 3, I think. Yeah, we need one more here. These will be the signs for pile number 1. These will be the signs for pile number 2. And these will be the signs for pile number 4. Right, let's see what we have. For pile number 1, the signs are Aquarius, Cancer, Sagittarius, as well as Libra. The signs for pile number 2 are Capricorn, Aries, Leo, as well as Taurus. And the signs for pile number 3 are Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, as well as Pisces. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using any other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps as always down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something that you're interested in, please stick around. If not, excuse me, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This section has been created specifically for you. And so what I like to do is to assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, and the Empress pile number 3. And what I like to do is to simply shuffle them around until one of the cards grabs my attention, and that's by either me pulling out the card or passing on a card to the other side. Okay, whoa, that just happened, right? So, my dear pile, my dear soul family, your chosen pile is pile number 3. Okay. So, these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at a message, an important message from time. We'll be specifically looking at your message from your past, message from your present, and then we'll be doing in the last row a message from your future. And these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. I'm very excited about today's reading and what it's going to show us. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Sodalite. Your significator card is the Spirit card with the keywords personality, mood, soul, as well as look beyond the obvious. Very cool. If you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, The signs for this pile are Aquarius, Cancer, Sagittarius, as well as Libra. Welcome to reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so I think we're pretty much ready. Let's begin with your message from the past. I think going in that order is going to perhaps give us a full message of time, what it wants to tell you. Okay, so let's begin. We can keep that here. You've got, for the past message, community. And we'll, of course, in each row focus on the significator card. So you've got community, moon. Yeah, there's a lot of unknown here with spirit and the moon or something. Or maybe this is a spiritual community. That's another thing. We'll see what it's trying to say. You've got the warrior. Okay. Were you fighting for a community? You know what we can do is push this up, and then we can place another card, this time the tea leaves, here. Right. So you've got goldfish. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. We've got spirit here again, spiritual growth. So this or that. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the High Priestess. Whoa, I'm telling you, there's something highly spiritual about your past, or at least that's the moment that your message from time is choosing to capture, giving you a message to words. And you've got Temperance. Right. I don't know. This here looks like a highly spiritual moment. Won't lie to you. It kind of looks like a very painful moment in your past that led to a highly spiritual experience, something regarding people with community. Warrior, did you have to fight people that you loved that were dear to you? Because there's something that ended here with here lies, like the tomb here. It kind of makes me feel like you've had a really rough and painful experience that hurt you to the core of your being. Something about community and the people around you. Perhaps you had to fight people that you really loved. Maybe someone also passed away here. So some of you could have like fought people you loved, or maybe you were fighting to make someone live, or someone passed away, something like that. This is where the moment where time is taking you. It's taking you to that moment where you were in deep, deep pain. You were so much into your emotions with the moon. You didn't understand what's going on. You were shocked. Something wasn't there anymore. Or a connection ended. Now, your message about that particular moment is that it has led to massive spiritual growth. For some of you, somehow it could have led to material wealth, or maybe this is an idea we're getting from time that it will also lead to wealth. But in any case, what's very clear is that it was pushing you to grow outside of what you understood you can grow. It was a painful experience that made you finally look beyond something. Look deep into yourself and heal. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. It looks to me that you already had some deep pains, like some deep shadow. Um, you had a deep shadow or deep pain within you. Somehow you couldn't access it. And it was like almost becoming a part or a pillar of your being. It's so deep into who you are. It wasn't going to be easy, it seems, to release this pain that's becoming a shadow of, like it's creating a split of yourself that you can't even see, making you behave in ways maybe even you don't understand. And so what I'm seeing is it's almost like you were faced with this particular experience and felt that deep amount of pain in order for you to be able to once more access that part of you where you're able to feel that pain and release it, heal it with the temperance card, heal it once and for all. It's like a doctor needing to do surgery in order to get to that deep part to heal it. You see, where like medicine's not going to work anymore. And so the doctor now needs to do a surgery to take it out. Something like that here. And so time wants you to understand why you've gone through that deeply painful experience of losing something or someone, by the way, someone who meant so much to you, or some people, actually. Yeah, some people who meant so much to you. Yeah, and warrior here means time pushed you to face this pain, almost fight it, or work hard in order to overcome that thing that was causing the fracture within you, to be able to heal it. Like work hard to heal it. It's like your immunity, but emotional immunity here with the warrior, causing your soul white blood cells, if we can say that, to heal that darkness or that pain within you that seems to be have become a pillar of your outside self, and you needed to get inside to clear it out, like out of your system, out of your soul, out of your karma, right? Out of your soul karma. It perhaps this talks about an old pain, either from childhood or from another past life, something deeply rooted, so much so it's become part of your energy. Yeah, like it's blocking your chakra, for example, or it's become a heavy karma that you're carrying, something like that. And it's causing you to be confused with the Seven of Cups. It's constantly causing you to be confused. You don't understand what's going on, why you feel the way you feel, or why you're maybe losing balance, because the Seven of Cups is all about being all up in the clouds, building castles in the clouds. So maybe you feel like you're always high up there, you're not grounded, like you constantly need to remind yourself to bring yourself back down and be present, and be in the present moment. Maybe yeah, something about being too high up in the cloud most of the time, and you needed to go deep down into your soul to release that. Perhaps a fractured part of your soul that escapes up into the heavens all the time because the other part is left behind with the pain. So in order to integrate the self, these two parts, this pain has to be released. And so to bring the self back down into the older self, so to speak, this situation had to happen and to become very painful for the self to come down again, cry it out, reach that part that you couldn't reach, cry it out maybe, or feel it out, release it, purge it in order to become clear again, in order for the self to come back again. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. And time wanted you, I feel like time wants to say, now you're ready to hear why you've gone through this pain of losing a person. Or maybe this is talking with community, like something like constantly losing people you love. That's another thing, right? So no matter what this means to you, a particular person that's so dear to you, or people, I really feel like this is what it is. Generally dear people, constantly. If you're asking yourself, why does it constantly happen to me? This is why, and healing that will stop this experience from repeating itself, because you're healing the deep emotions with the moon card. Yeah, the deep emotions that you couldn't reach, you couldn't see. Finally. So yeah, my dear pile number 1, this is your first message from time, from your past. Now let's take a look at your present reading. So for your present, oh, this one's moving, I'll take it. You've got message of concern. So this is something going on right now, not about to happen. This is right now. And also this one, it's finally, it's interesting. I seem to be drawn to the card before the last. So you've got time. Wow. Yeah, obviously it's talking about how things get deep down by time. They keep being pushed down, which is what we noticed here, right? There's something about things not dealt with bringing down and down, and it's always important to deal with things right away, like clear it right away. Otherwise it keeps being pushed down and down, and the more it goes down, the more it hardens and crystallizes and becomes harder to release. So message of concern and time. And you've got the orphan. You also have tankard, celebration, fun, as well as enjoyment. Okay. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Look at the circle and the hand. Now it's holding it. Interesting. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. The Justice card. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. A powerful, destined new cycle. Perhaps a new cycle of massive release here. Massive release. This is definitely talking about a massive release again, but maybe it's in a good way, because it's through with the Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity, or it could simply mean just like a new one. Let's wait and see. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune, it's fortunate. I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles, which is positive, a positive card, but it's all in the context and we have to wait. So you've got the Four of Swords. And you've got the Devil card. Right. Yeah, there's more. There's more. This is another cycle of releasing the old. Or is this actually talking, like I've noticed, about being careful not to bring it down? Let me think. Let me look at your cards and think about what they're showing. Before we begin reading this part, I want to preface this by saying that this is the only time when we do a reading and we know about when the reading is specifically talking about something. Usually I tell you we can't read it, but this is a reading about time. And the intention of this whole row was to talk about what's happening in the present, right? So for this, having said that, I want to say that the message of concern here seems to be about something that is happening to you these days. You're going through that right now. So it seems to me that something you just got these days, maybe a message from someone concerning, someone perhaps said something to you that is concerning or maybe even hurtful. And it looks like this message, this letter, this communication even, has touched on an old wound from childhood, from the very depth here. Bringing back emotions of, with the orphan here, could be emotions that have to do with feeling alone, feeling maybe unloved, feeling like you're reaching out and nobody's taking your hand back, something like that. So some type of communication these days really hit, and it hit hard. It was able to touch upon again, once more, at the core, in the same part, in the same area that you were healing in the past. So that's resurface happening again, to allow for these emotions to resurface again. Again, the devil is talking about these emotions that are that you're holding on to, or it holding on to you, the same toxic, heavy emotions, perhaps even since childhood. The snake here represents the healing, shedding of the skin, releasing that, of these emotions, again, that happened in the past. Or maybe for some of you, again, happened in a past life. At the end of the day, it says here lies. I know what it means, of course, but I'm showing you that it's talking about something from the very past, and you're able to once more get in touch with these emotions once again. So a time is showing you, instead of feeling like a victim with these emotions again, it's almost saying celebrate, not in the sense of having a party or laughing about it, although if you do feel like laughing, that's amazing. But it is talking about celebrating the fact that you get another chance to be able to dig that deep down, to release and cleanse these emotions once again. This time, with the Justice card, this message was destined to happen. Perhaps it's part of your soul contract with this person. This was agreed, it looks to me, with the Justice card, because the Justice card is not there for no reason. I believe it was agreement, the Justice, soul contract. It was agreed and signed, almost, for this person to contact you at this time, for this message of concern to be sent to you or be communicated to you by someone. Because Ace of Pentacles is in its right position, it's an opportunity. It was your soul, spirit, your soul knew it was a great opportunity for you to release and cleanse so much. It's a fortunate opportunity for you to cleanse and so much of this energy. I don't know what's so special and unique about this particular message of concern. We can totally expand on this a little bit to understand, but it's showing you, time is showing you with the Four of Swords, if you use time to rest and allow it to properly be released and cleansed, you'll be able to finally liberate yourself from this, with the Devil card, these emotions that are holding you down, like you're trying to go up, but this heavy, deep down emotions is making it hard for you to be free. So I feel like it's definitely talking about how resting allows you to cleanse and release these super heavy, and especially the emotions that are clinging onto you like they're not letting go. So I just want to ask, why is this particular message of concern such a destined message? Like, what was so important about it? Maybe I'm just not picking up, whoa, all of these? Are you kidding me? Wow. Because I don't know the story, but we can find out. Why is this message so important? 9 of Pentacles, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune. There's something positive that I'm not seeing here. Before I open the rest of the cards, I just want to take a minute to ponder what this could mean. What is that? What am I missing? I feel like these two ladies are kind of standing in the same way, kind of wearing the same dress, robe, or like, yeah, dress, just different colors in some way, just intuitively. Yet, yeah, I think they're both tilted in the same directions, probably why I'm getting that sense, wearing a long dress. Anyways, something about these two makes me feel like you think it's concerning, but it's actually going to lead to a wish fulfillment with fortune. It's also going to lead to some material fulfillment with the 9 of Pentacles. So not only is this destined to allow you to cleanse out these emotions on the depth, especially ones pertaining to you feeling alone, maybe unloved as well, or something around that, that can totally, not totally, but it could be totally, right? Maybe I said it for a reason. That could totally heal something that's in the depth, reach deep down and like release it, finally be it free. But here lies, it's kind of like you need to give it its time to do that, either through meditation. It looks like meditation could be great for you these days. It's how time is guiding you to use it. Meditate, rest. Yeah, the more you're in a restful state, the faster you release this. And what you're not seeing is that this particular situation will lead to some fulfillment, materialistic, with the 9 of Pentacles. So it's beneficial in two ways. And so you just got to sit with these feelings. See, you got to sit with these feelings. When you feel them, if you want to cry it out, give it its time to be released. If you're just feeling it, don't distract yourself, just sit with it. That's what time is absolutely guiding you to do, because time is saying this is not a time like any other. This is a time when something hit you to the core, and that's good. I was gonna, like, I just want to show you that these are not my words. That time is saying this is good. This is something to be celebrated. This kind, almost like you almost want to go, yay, I reached the core, respectfully, right? And this is not me saying this. I hit the core is kind of what time wants you to, how time wants you to look at this situation. Good thing it hit the core, because it's my opportunity to use this soul contract that my soul agreed to do so that I can fully cleanse. And if you don't use this opportunity by resting and allowing it to be released, then it's as if nothing happened. So use this opportunity to simply rest and sit with these emotions. Cry it out. Take the, like, don't distract yourself with a movie or book or social media or a friend or hanging out. Just sit with it and allow it to be released. Now, there's also something about how it's going to lead to wish fulfillment. I even forgot what we were asking when we took these out. Why is it an opportunity for you? No, we know, because it's opportunity to release. I just need to remember. Oh, yes, I was asking about what's this message of concern. So it seems to do with something you love or have, maybe. Let's see. A wish. Wow, Four of Wands. I think it hit something that you really love and celebrate. Or maybe you were in a time of your life when you were living good, celebrating life. You might even be in a relationship, you're doing, thriving and doing great, and then something from the past comes back and it hits your heart again. That could be another translation of it. So depending on how this is resonating with you, this is either a concerning message regarding something that you love, or what we just described. Yeah. And this message really hit you heavy, because the reason you went from very happy to super heavy is because it's not because, first of all, before we say the because, it's not because the message itself, which I'm sure was concerning at best, if your higher self was to think about it. But the reason it feels much more heavier than it is because it resurfaced all of this heaviness, all these crystals, all of these emotions that crystallized to the surface. And so now you find yourself holding all of these things that came out of the blue, which is great. Now you're holding them, all of them, and you get to release them. They don't have to be a part of you. It's like your opportunity to clean your home or to clean the dishes. And it's the same with us, to cleanse emotionally. And you get to the deep parts. It's as if this situation is like bringing a detergent or using things like baking soda and vinegar that softens it for you to scrub and clean it and wipe it. It's just like that. So, yeah, message of concern. It looks like, I don't know what it is exactly, but all the cards are really showing me is that you were happy, it hit you, or yeah, you were doing good, you were doing great, and it hit you. You were going from very happy to suddenly super heavy. Queen of Cups, it's a very emotional message for you. Could also be from someone with the Queen of Cups that you really love. World card. And it could be about, in fact, someone who plays a big role in your world, plays a major role in your world, and you really love. Or about something that plays a major role in your world and you really love. Queen of Swords. I'm seeing right away with the Queen of Swords, you got into your Queen of Swords after you were in the energy of the Queen of Cups. So you heard the message, and the Queen of Cups shows that you were in the energy of like, this is something I love. You got very emotional. And I think right away, due to this heaviness that you found yourself carrying all of a sudden, you got into your Queen of Swords mode and you're like, started right away being firm. No, that's not going to happen. That has to happen. I don't agree with this. Like right away, you took firm action, perhaps to protect that which you love, or the person that you love, or the thing that you love that means even the world to you, or one of the important things. So it's like You started setting boundaries right away once you heard that message of concern. And Three of Cups. There's the message. So you're discussing this message with others. Perhaps you were discussing it with this person or with other people. You're like trying to shed light on understanding the situation, on what you're going to do or what you expect others to do with these decisions. You're speaking your mind here right away. No, that's not okay. Whoa, do you see how that turned? Yeah, it's like you were right away shifting things around or something. Right away shifted things around, and you set your boundaries, making sure you shed light and you're very clear on what you want to do or what you expect to happen or how you're going to do something, which is great, right? This is amazing. But that's the outside situation, which time didn't even focus on. Like, time is not disagreeing with this, but mainly your message from time is about the present time. It's what it's here to tell you. It's here to talk about itself to you, and it is saying use this time wisely, because it's a golden opportunity for you to heal wounds from the past that have the chance to resurface. So sit with them. Yeah, sit with them, cry, yeah, just release, sit to release. Yeah, I think we've explained this part very well, and we can start moving to the future. What is time's message to you regarding the future? So excited, because I really feel like time was so clear with the messages it wanted to give you. Ooh, look at that. Okay, great. We can take, are you kidding me? 3 cards. Okay, we can take that deck out. And this one, we can take this one out. And then I'll place these back in the deck and I'll be back. Okay, perfect. This one is shuffled. And let's take the tea leaf. I feel like with the tea leaves, there is a card right there that's already hanging out. So sticking out, I mean. Let's take that. Right, and let's take a look at the message itself. So you've got main female. Again, the woman standing in the same way. This time she seems very, she's flourished. She's blossomed here. And of course, when we say female, this is energy, right? You nurtured yourself and healed. Perfect. In the same position. I love that for you. Okay, you've got mountains. I know these are like the paths and the valleys, but doesn't it look with these mountains like these are the roots and the cracks that allowed the internal minerals to pass through, thus cleansing things that were deep, because the mountains are high. I feel it gives us an idea of the depth. We're focused on most of the depth here rather than the mountains. So I feel like it's talking about the depth of how deep this is again. How deep this is. And I feel like it's all white, it's clear. And these are just the broken parts or the crevices from which the light once entered to heal all of that. So I feel like you were carrying mountains and mountains of deep emotions, painful emotions. You get heavy cards, the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, the Devil card. So I feel like time is saying in your future, you've blossomed and really healed all of these internal crystallized emotions have now been cleared out, despite how heavy they were. Okay, so yeah, that was important. That's why time is telling you to celebrate that. It's for you and not against you. Heart, love, deep affection and caring. I feel like your heart has healed. It's flourishing, it's healthy, it's ready to love and care and experience healthy, deep affection once again. Okay, and notice it's in the same area as emotions, the orphan. Yeah, all of, like, it's been, this part has been talking about the depth and the emotions, about how you feel. And you can see in the future position, your heart is healthy and glowing and happy. You've got aletheia, which means truth. It's kind of like you were able to face your shadow. That's the blossoming. You're able to, the truth, see your shadow through what has happened in the past and in the present. And because of that, because of these two, exactly these two seem to be big. Although one seems to be bigger than the other. This one was brutal and painful. This one, 10 of Wands, it's heavy. Like we said, the concern is not a big deal, right? Like the 10 of Swords, for example. It is concerning, but it shows with the 10 of Wands that it's heavy at best. Not that that's a good thing, but it's not brutal is all I'm trying to say. So in any case, the past, the present, these two particular situations will allow you to successfully clear it out. So yeah, the truth has set you free. These two situations have allowed you to see the truth of things, understand your shadow particularly better, and it's going to set you free. Are you kidding me? Like, how is that possible? Wow. Same light and shadow integrating. Crazy. Like, if the cards want to show you something and they want to be clear about it, they're going to make sure you see it. So there's something about, fully about, in your future. Time wants to show you that in your future, you will successfully integrate your light and shadow. That split part of you, remember? Light and shadow and the High Priestess. Part of you that was in the clouds and part of you that was heavy with these emotions. They finally meet and you're blossoming and you're healthy. Yeah, and you exist in both places at the same time. And the womb is almost like a new birth of yourself. It's a new you, is what I feel time is trying to tell you. By time, I will birth a new you, or you will birth a new you. By time, it's like, yeah, old you, old energy, and new you is now here. Amazing. Also, this could mean that right about this time, perhaps you are also going to be a mother or a parent, right? It doesn't have to be, but it could be. Right about that time, you would be so ready, and you might have a child. Or it simply means, and that's the most likely, that you would birth a new you. Yeah. Right. I love when the stone went round and round and round, and the Queen of Swords had just come out, and it kind of shows you going, no, I'm the one who's turning the situation the other way. You're not gonna put it on me. I'm turning it the other way by shedding light on exactly what the issue is. What is that? Are you kidding me? Whoa! Hello, Queen of Swords. We were just talking about you. So, Queen of Swords, the Hermit, King of Wands. Whoa, suddenly you're like so strong. Wow. Not that you weren't, but especially in the areas that were painful. You really become aware of yourself with the Hermit, of the inside, which you were trying to do here. Six of Cups. You've healed your inner child. I mean, what could be better? This is amazing. You're the one who reached out to your inner child, took care of it, and is allowing it to grow in a healthy way now. So your time is choosing to talk about you in the future. Time is showing that you've fully healed the inside, which it was showing you. You've integrated your shadow, your heart is healthy, and you've become a totally new person. There's something about power here. Queen of Swords, you're very strict, like not in a bad way, really, but it's just like you know what you want. You're going after what you want. Nobody can cross limits here. You exude with a strong aura. Also, the Hermit is an archetype that has its own thoughts, goes into its own path than everyone else, thinks for itself, figures things out for themselves. So it's saying you will be powerful in the fact that you will have your own thoughts. You will do what you want and only what you think. You will have the full confidence with the King of Wands to stand in your light that you found. And that allows your inner child to flourish, because instead of looking outside, you are now looking inside, introspection, and always making sure that you take care of your inner child first, like you would with your own child, before you take care of anything on the outside. The integration here happens. So the split part of you is no longer in the clouds looking elsewhere. It's going like this: I take care of you, you're my priority. And that's going inside and doing the work. Instead of escapism, which could have been great for many reasons, finding your spirituality, getting in touch with the magic and so on, but going inside is where the real magic is. And you, both of the selves connect, almost treating each other kindly, or remembering the beautiful connection that they have together. And then they grow and flourish in a beautiful way. That's what I'm seeing time is talking about. There's a birth because the inner child, the child is able to grow out of a specific stage, just like the child in the womb and out. Yeah. And you have 3 more cards that time wants to show you about the future. Queen of Cups. Wow. King of Pentacles. Whoa, Ace of Wands. Well, these 3, they give another message to you that's very important as well. Time is also showing you that in the future, you will begin something super creative, something that inspires you and excites you very much, that you will love. It takes your heart. It's like you lose yourself with the Queen of Cups here. And that's one thing that will make you financially fortunate, financially, not just fulfilled, financially powerful with the King of Pentacles. That's another message that time wanted to show you. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I really enjoyed doing this for you. I truly hope you've enjoyed it as well. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your message from time, and we'll be dividing the reading into 3 parts. The first row, we'll be taking a look at your message from the past. In the second row, we'll be taking a look at your message from the present, like your message from the present right now. And finally, we'll be taking a look at your message from the future in the third row. So these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, as always, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amethyst. Your significator card is the Queen card, with the keywords perfectionism, rules, you will step out alone. And if you picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Aries, Leo, as well as Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, I think everything is pretty much ready. We're ready to take a look at your message from the past. Okay, let's place your tarot deck right there. And let's go right ahead. Actually, yeah, just like that. So you've got in the past position despair, perhaps something pertaining to work or finding a job, very particular, but it's there anyways. Maybe something relating to something you needed that you were looking for, right? You've got, oh, we've got a timing card here. We'll take both. So you've got throne, position of authority. Like the difference here, the juxtaposition of the cards are really mind-blowing. Here, this is a person looking for a job, and here it's like a shining position. Okay, very interesting. And you've got August. There was an August in your life that time is referring to, when you were looking for a job and you found a really good one. I would say pause the video for a few seconds to remember when that could have been. Like, it doesn't have to be, by the way, like August. It could be if you're in the northern hemisphere, or maybe even in the southern. Something about during the summer in general. There was a summer in your life where you were really looking for a job or looking for something important to you, and you found something amazing. Maybe you've done the interview in the summer and you started working later in fall, right? But it looks like you got it in August or in the summer. Okay. You've got, oh, look at that card. It's very intriguing. I'll keep it here. Right. Let's pull out the next oracle card and get the message. Roots. Wow. Most of the card is indeed focusing on, you can see just how big the roots are versus the little that has sprouted. Okay. And you've got the sword. Overnight and day. Overnight and day, maybe. Something overnight. Okay. You've got, whoa, talk about a big position. This is the Queen of Wands, and it's so big. I mean, the cat is having a difficulty looking how high that person went. So interesting. So there was a summer in your life. Like, this is a reading about time. This is why I'm trusting the timing specifically. There was a summer in your life where you got a big position and you went so high. It was positive, it was fun, you were excited. Yeah, Queen of Wands, you were excited about what you were doing, and it happened overnight, like just like that. You weren't expecting it, it seems. It just happened overnight. Day before, you were in this despair energy. Next day, life takes you high. Wow. Okay. So that's the time that time is referring to. Another queen, Queen of Pentacles. So this job in particular seems was paying you very well. You were able to live with the Queen of Pentacles the life that you want. You were well paid. You were enjoying the pay of this job, and even the rabbit is looking up. It's like, whoa, you're so high. Do you see? Wow, I love your story. So cool. So yeah, looking high. Right. Let's continue. You've got Three of Swords. So something hurt you there in this past position. Or is this talking about the despair? We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll even ask. Wow, 9 of Cups. I feel like it's talking about that same energy going from despair and sadness to a dream come true. Right, what does time want to tell you here? Am I missing something? Yeah, the overnight idea. Overnight, things change. What am I missing from the message here? The roots. We didn't read the roots. Or maybe one more card would help me understand. There must be something I'm missing here. Okay, like going from really sad to doing great. One more card. Inspiration of Cups, Page of Cups. It's a new page. You're so excited. You love everything. Right. Your significator card is the Queen. Your significator card is the Queen. You will step out alone. There's the throne of the Queen. You were high up on your own, alone. I mean, that's great, but what's the message though? Is there something I'm not picking up? There must be something here that I'm not seeing. Well, best thing to do with regards to the card that I haven't understood in the context of your reading yet is to expand on this card, and I'm sure that this is the card that will bring everything together that I'm not seeing. So let's bring that here. In August, you were the Queen, you were on the throne, right? You were doing great, lovely. That's lovely. Okay. What am I missing? What does the Roots card want to say, please? High Priestess. Temperance. The feet down. Your roots or something? Or you were creating roots? Ace of Wands. Okay. I think I might have understood something here. Although you loved this job, it was very fulfilling, you are like the golden egg here. It seems like there was something else that was painful about this job, right? So I'll show you everything I'm seeing in a moment. We want to do that. Yeah, so as fulfilling as it was painful in another way, and it looks like it kept you at the shore always, 1 foot in, 1 foot out or something. I feel like with the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands, this is talking about inner knowing, intuition, creativity. There was something about the job that you just have done so easily. Your creative juices just come out. Hi guys, sorry there was a little interruption here in your reading, and I'm glad this happened because it gave me the time to fully digest the cards. I was a little bit confused, like getting ideas but not sure how they're connecting, and now I fully understand what's going on. So, with regards to this summer or this position that you got, where you were seen in high regard, you, because of the Queen of Wands, it seems like you were very talented. You know what you were doing. You've got that in you. You were in a big position with big money. We did establish all of that, but it looks like here something happened here along the way that hurts you. Although, with the Nine of Cups, you are the golden egg. You are. It's almost like you're. I want to dare say you're the only one that can do this work, at least not like that, but at least in the way, the very unique, special way that you do it with the golden egg and the Nine of Cups. It's kind of like it's a dream come true for a position like that. Um, it did look in this job with the roots here that maybe you've done some, and this some things that you've done may seem so little in comparison to what you actually did in this job. So it kind of like, yeah, look what pile number two is doing. Oh, they've done this and this. Good job. Yeah, I guess anyone can do that, not knowing that there's so much behind it. It's almost like someone setting things up perfectly because it's not about the job, it's about how it's done. And so with this beautiful system, major things were about to happen. And it looks like with this job here, that although you loved it, seems like you weren't hey, you were of course recognized with your talent, but I think also along the way something really hurt you here. There's something about, yeah, of course pile number two is talented, pile number two does a great job and everything, of course, but when push comes to shove, we can find many people to do this position. Maybe issues happened. So, issues as such could happen with promotions, they could happen with someone else wanting to take your place. Maybe there's jealousy here. Perhaps. You weren't growing, or it's like you getting what you deserve you didn't get or something, because here when we've taken a look at the roots, it look you keep we keep seeing the shore, like you were at the shore, something just sprouted. And so I'm seeing something about uh, people did not understand the amount of work and experience and systems even that you had to put in place for something to be created in an amazing way. And that makes sense. I mean, only someone who's super talented would understand, like qualified is the word I'm looking for, not just talented, qualified, that would understand that what sort of preparation and layers upon layers upon layers are needed in order for something to be presented well. So I don't know what happened to this work. Are you still there? Did you leave? The cards are not showing me, but what they are showing me is that this caused a lot of pain, perhaps unfairness or a lack of appreciation, like not understanding the magnitude of the work that you've taken. It's kind of like, no, we're not at the shore. Now we have a ship that's going to take us far, something like that, you know? Or no, this is not just some little some little plant sprouting. We have an entire system down there, that with roots that are in good soil, that we worked hard towards, with that are mineralized, that are this, that are that. They're just going to bring healthy plants. So taking out the disease, taking out this, doing that, there's a lot of whole of preparation that was done. And perhaps you just weren't given the time before you were judged or hurt or whatever this is, to show the potential of this thing. I think you were misjudged as at the end of the day. What did pile number 2 do? They were still at the shore. Well, really, preparing things are more important than the results. What was it called? Poor preparation, proper preparation prevents poor results. Yeah, something like that. So in any case, your cards are depicting you as like a perfectionist or someone that loves to do things properly, so that makes sense. You're alone in how you do this. I think you're the one with that sort of mentality. You have rules that and disciplined you're going towards. And so there's something about you were looking for a job like that, because not hiring, you were looking for a job like that for a very long time. This is what time is talking to you about. And you got it. You got that golden opportunity. You did not want to like ruin it. You were getting very well paid. You were shining bright, right? Um, and you were the golden person here in this exact position. But maybe I'm getting you. Maybe you could have left it, because the shells, you know how the animals in the shell, they just move from one shell to another. Perhaps you left, maybe you didn't. But at the end of the day, this really broke your heart. And time is showing you that you didn't lose just like you thought. Because here, time is showing you that there are so many things that were built that may not be so naked to the eye, that can't just be ignored. So what was built here? Energetically, so much was built. This is one thing that you may not be able to see. You can't just put so much of your soul into something and just call it a day. It doesn't work like that. So here, time is showing you that by time, that soul energy that you put into this thing with so much love has built in the ethereal world so much for you that maybe you don't yet know about. So you were alchemizing your own energy with the Temperance card and the Ace of Wands. You were alchemizing your own energy without even knowing. And time is showing you that although you were hurt, that golden egg can't be taken. It's given to the world for a reason. So if one, what is it called? If one vessel was not able to host it, another vessel will be able to host it. And so time is showing you that that's not the end of the story. You're a golden egg, and you're gonna bless the host that is able to hold that space for you to hatch into a magical dragon or a magical bird that will create magical things. So it's there for the best host. And so we'll see what's going to happen in the present or the future, if time is going to show you anything about that. But I do see a wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. I do see a page for you, a new page with the Page of Cups that you are going to love, that will allow you to journey with the boat that you've created into the potential that you can create in the job that you love. So that's not over. This is not finished. Just like it has started over night and day, one day, I'm also feeling like time is telling you that it will also that just so the way it ended overnight and day and started, it will also start overnight and day. That's the energy of this blessing. So yeah, you've alchemized something here, and that includes energy, connections, things you've learned that nobody can take away from you, work that can speak for you. So much. There's so much. This didn't go away. This is there, and there is a sense here that this is all going to help you overnight again. just as this opportunity once upon a time came to you overnight. And yeah, August, it's a reading about time. I'm just going to trust. I'm not going to give any like usual disclaimers. This is a reading about time, and time chose a time. So it looks like it happened to you in August. So yeah, I'm just going to trust what we're seeing here. But wow, we're looking at a person who is a perfectionist, professional, knows what they're doing. That's what we're looking at in this pile. And your reading is choosing, at least in the past position, to talk about your work, particularly with not tiring here. Okay, so that's what we're looking at in terms of your past position. Now let's take a look at your current position. So what does time want to show you with regards to your current position? To the present, I mean. Oh my God, pile number 1 also had that exact card in this placement as the first card. So I would say if you want to expand on your reading and you want to know more, I highly recommend you check pile number 1. You will be the only one that understands how they connect together. That's the magic of tarot at the end of the day. So message of concern. And I will give you the same disclaimer as pile number 1 with message of concern. This is not something that is going to happen to you, just like I was just talking about here. This is a message from time. So when time is talking about time, now it's accurate. It's not like taken with a grain of salt. Not anymore. This is the position of the present time. And so this means that message of concern is something that's happening to you right now. You're concerned about something, you just maybe heard some news that is concerning to you, maybe. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Oh, I did shuffle them off camera again, but let's shuffle them again here. Rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. Wonderful. So you seem to be worried about something, and it seems to show you, time wants to show you that, hey, the most part is over, only a little bit left. So you're perhaps going through something concerning these days. You're going, through something concerning these days. And time is saying, hey, the worst part is over. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm picking up so far, but we'll be patient and see. Seasons. Okay. I'm seeing that time is talking about how you are changing seasons right now. You're moving from one phase of your life. It's almost like you're ending a chapter and you're beginning a new one. Now, you know how when the rainbow happens between two weathers, like it was raining and the sun is coming out, it's about to be very sunny, and in that between time you get the rainbow. And so I'm getting something about don't worry. In fact, right now you are going through a massive change of seasons. Every season has something very beneficial for you and something else for you to heal. It depends on the season, or to work on, depending on the energy of the season. Like, for example, winter allows us to sit still and be able to focus on, have the time to focus on the thing that we need to focus on, for example, that we haven't been focusing on for a while. Resting, right? And so on. So in any case, I'm seeing that you're moving seasons now. Things are changing massively and you are in between that time. So the in-between time is going to be, it's going to look great for you with the rainbow. It's going to be, you're going to experience magic. You're going to go, oh, look at this magic, as you move from one season to another. Like some seasons, as you move from one season to another, you're not experiencing magic. You're perhaps experiencing confusion. You're like, what's going on? Like, is that even, like, isn't that weird? And some seasons, as you're going between one and the other, it could be filled with wonderment. Perhaps this is kind of like hinting at something very positive to come. So the present time, as you're moving into this new season, you're going to marvel at some things that are going to happen in your life these days, in the present moment. You're going to get into the energy of going, oh, look at that. Let's look at what's happening in my life. Oh, look at that. This feels surreal. Oh, look at that. This is just an amazing experience. I love that. So that seems to be the energy that you're going to be experiencing during the time of this transition, because that's the time you're going through right now. That's what you're going through right now. Do you see? Unbelievable. So you are going from one time to another. You've got the mask. We'll see what this is trying to say in a moment. What oracle did we not pick? 1, 2, 3, 4. We picked up on all of the oracles. Let's pull out your tarot cards. So you've got the 10 of Swords. Okay, perfect. So sorry about that. I don't know what's wrong. Hello? 10 of Swords. It looks like there's a massive end of some toxicity that you just got used to it, because these are just floating and becoming part of the ocean. There's a cleanse happening. Something about darkness here, seeing the light, many shades of light like the rainbow, and that's what you're starting to pick up on these days. Different types of beauties in life, different shades of experiencing life, different colors of experiencing life, because it was almost black. Perhaps look at the blacks here. The black color could be connecting these two. Perhaps from this time to this time it was dark and it's starting to become lighter. Maybe this connection here is interesting. It could resonate for some of you. Between this time and that time, it was dark and it's starting, you're in the rainbow time, right? You're starting to see things in color. Maybe it's not so dark anymore. But what I will tell you is that you've been going through a lot of toxicity, and that was causing you a lot of pain, that was starting to feel normal, as if it's like that's the norm. Like, how else would one live? Doesn't the ocean look like that? Like, how does the ocean look? So I'm just trying to say, maybe it's even in your mind, by the way. It might not be in your outer world, because at the end of the day, 10 of Swords is mind, but it's also a card of pain. So whether this is all in your mind, like you've been going through a lot emotionally and mentally, like you've had to heal a lot of things, right? So whether this or that is going to differ from everyone listening to this pile, the sun is rising. Do you see? The sun is rising. There's a new season here. This message is heralding massive positive time in your life. The sun is rising again. I told you there will be a time where the sun rises again. There's a host. Maybe there's a new host, a new face. Who knows? Maybe they're not connected, or maybe a little bit connected. We'll see. But you're in the between, and there's some form of great pain that you're going through. It's a toxic one that you're starting to almost believe like that's the normal life, or at least get used to living like that's the normal life, even if you're not convinced that this is the normal life. But at least you got accustomed to living in this way, in this pain. Wow, the rainbow again. So you've got the Action of Wands. This is a card all about speed and moving towards desires. And so while you may not be seeing much yet, because it's the desert, but it is showing a rainbow, you're on the path right now, just like the heroes going on the rainbow in Norse mythology, and you've gone through a lot. What you've worked here for, like a hero, and maybe everything else in your life, at the end of the day, your significator card describes you as someone who wants to do things very well. You're a queen, and that's an energy, I mean, of course, not gender. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that right now you're moving very quickly, faster than you know and think, right now, towards massive desires in your life. And as you are stepping into that, like I feel like you're not even immersed there yet. The shadow of the horse that's about to enter this scene, it kind of shows us that the horse is there, but we haven't seen the horse yet. And so, in this way, I'm seeing that your world is shifting in a dramatic way with this new season. It's kind of like going from winter to spring, something like that. So, or from summer to the fall. In any case, you're entering a very favorable, positive season, full of your desires just happening very quickly. And you're reaching high. You're trying out so many things in life that you haven't tried before with the rainbow. You're like, oh, light is not just this golden color. It's all of these colors. Who would have known? Of course, I'm speaking metaphorically. So, um, yeah, something like that. Whoa, Nine of Swords. Okay. Ten of Wands. Gosh, all the heavy cards. Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands. It feels like every step you're taking right now is like you're carrying a heavy load with you and you're going uphill. Exactly. The card describes it. Eight of Pentacles. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Well, time is showing you that right now is the pinnacle, the tens, is the pinnacle of the season that you've gone through right before it changes. So imagine, like, for example, you are in the summer moving into a fall, and right towards the end of the summer, there is a super heated time, and you're like, what's going on? I thought we were getting into the fall. Why is it so hot? And then suddenly, after that intenseness, overnight and day, you're like, "Ooh, it's chilly. Let's grab the jacket. Let's get the trench coat. Ooh, it's raining. What's going on?" So just like that, it seems like time is showing you that because you're at this liminal time between the seasons, you will experience a final, let's call it final purge, that will seal the deal forever when it comes to you learning and mastering with the Eight of Pentacles what the season was here to teach you. It's like that final exam that you go through when you're graduating or when you finish the semester, just to make sure you've learned everything properly. So with message of concern, it's kind of like don't take things to heart. If you are experience a lot of fears or anxiety over things, like things happening, it's there to test you, not test you, teach you. Are you still gonna follow the monsters in the mind that convince you that there are things next to your bed when there aren't? Like, have you reached the point where you go, yeah, that's probably the reflection of my shoe, that's not a monster, take a breather and go to bed. So I'm just speaking again metaphorically. Here, are you going to go back to maybe responding in the same way when you go through this toxicity that's still existent in your life? So perhaps things intensify here, intensify with your emotions. You get a painful experience, a scary experience. Something happens where you feel like you were already carrying a load, now you're carrying a lot. Time is just trying to show you that this is just the intensity before the season begins. And so don't run away from this intensity. Don't be afraid. Don't fall back to the old habits. Just understand that this is natural. It's kind of like talking to an expert, and you're moving from the summer to the fall, and the expert's like, that's just normal. In fact, like in a week's time, you're going to start bringing out your changing your clothes. So yeah, that, and then you're like, but it's really hot, and the experts like, don't fall into it. That's the way it works. So you're going through that intense heat, telling yourself, hey, it's just a week and the weather's going to change. It's exactly that. So time is telling you that's just a little time. It's a window, it's the in between where you will experience things that will make you marvel because you're picking up on the energy of the next season. But when it comes to the energy of the older season, or the season you're moving out of, uh, you are going to be also experiencing intensity, which we discussed when it comes to the weather. And so it's saying the best way to maneuver around this is to follow your desires. Don't focus so much on these things. Oh, it's hard. Oh, it's scary. Or oh, it's painful. Always remind yourself that you're seeing magic for a reason. You're moving now into a new path that will be full of things that will marvel you. And just be patient with this energy as it's ending, because that's perhaps what you're guided to learn, and even be loyal for towards yourself when it comes to these things. Being loyal and mastering that, the patience maybe, or to be positive, or to move towards the things that you want despite of the things that are happening, something like that, to continue to do what you want. That's the thing. Continue to do what you want despite the intensities that you are experiencing. That's what you are guided to master. And it's something that you will never lose again. If you master it right now, these days, it's like that's the end. You will always keep that. So stay true and loyal to yourself these days, is what time is showing you, because you're moving into amazing times. There's something about everything changing, including here with the mask, like perhaps you're going to see yourself for who you truly are. You're going to drop out the old mask, the old ego that wasn't serving you, but served you obviously very well in the past. Now it's time for you to blossom with the colors here. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing in the message of your present energy. Now let's take a look at your future energy. Right. Oh, we've got a card here. Perfect. And one here. Let's do the same. Oh, thank you. And then do the same. Thank you. I almost feel like the 4. Okay, I'll just trust. I just feel it, so I'm going to do that. 4 here. And let's take a look at your cards. We can even go 2 and 2, just like that. So, woohoo! You've got wealthy man. Really cool, right? Okay. You've got molting. I told you you're changing skin, your life is changing, you're changing. I almost feel like in the future position it's talking about how everything's changed, like you're shedding your all of your past behind, and uncovering everything that every beautiful potential that it holds, whether that's who you're becoming, what you can have, what you can do, all of these things. Molting, you're like shedding the past, which we know because that's what time was very clear about here. So yeah, perfect. This makes so much sense. Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. We'll see what this means, but mainly I'm seeing with the wheel that, and we did see it with the Knight of Wands here, that you're going to start moving fast. So perhaps time is telling you to be careful. It's not the time in the future to be indecisive, because things are going to be moving very fast in your life. It's like, whoa, whoa. So this new season, so many things positive things are going to happen, and it's no time to be indecisive at all. Like, this is not to rush you. Time's not rushing you, but time is also saying, make use of me, don't waste me, right? So, right, so you've got the flame. We're going back to your flame, what you're so passionate about. It could also be talking about twin flame. Well, I don't know, we'll see. But I really feel like this card here is talking about igniting the flame within you. So something revives in your soul, and it could be everything that makes your soul alive happening. So that could be what you're here to do with the golden egg. It could be love, it could be living a fulfilling life. I feel like your soul just ignites, it's living its purpose full throttle. You've got the Judge. Very interesting. That Judge, like something destined here, maybe, perhaps. We'll see. The empty room. I feel like this is the room of potential, where you get to create the magic, the ether. Anyways, so you've got the ocean. Hello, we were saying you were at the shore. Now you're going deep. So definitely one of the things that is happening in your future is that you're seeing through this, through what you've started here. So which empty room? This is the vessel. This is the vessel that's going to host you. So there's a new vessel here that's gonna host you. Perfect. That's gonna host the flame. Oh, lovely. And that goes for everything, by the way. So it's definitely that, but it could also be the right person that will appreciate your love, or maybe it means the right place that you will be happy in. We can go on with examples, but yeah, your fire is ignited and you have hosts now. It's destined for you to have hosts. The rainbow of the new season means that shows us the idea that there are many directions. So there are many things that are opening up for you. Now you have the different light because you have something to host you in each light so that you can be able to experience it. I hope you understood what I meant here metaphorically. All I'm basically trying to say is that your soul is ignited because you are experiencing in many areas the prism that shows the rainbow, in many areas what you wanted to experience. The reason for that is because in your future you will have a host to allow you to experience that energy so that you can go deeper than you have ever before. It's destined for that to happen in your future. So that's destined. That's not it's not because I was going to say it's not because it's happened when you healed, although they could all be connected, right? Like maybe your soul knew that this is the right time for you to experience. I don't know. But all I can tell you with the Judge is that it's destined. This is destined to happen at this point of your life. You're meant to experience all of these different things, and you're meant to have a host for all of these things to happen. Right. Oh, sorry. So you've got, the Ace of Swords. Okay, sorry. Perfect. Ace of Swords. You've got, the King of Pentacles. To tell you that you will be fulfilled financially is an understatement. Your time is choosing to focus on that here. The Judge again. Something about it being super destined. You see, it keeps coming up. This is destined. This is destined. This is what you're meant to experience. This is destined. If this is coming twice, perhaps you're doubting. I would say if you're doubting, your cards are going, this is like it's done. This is destined to happen. and it's already been communicated in the ether. Like the angels who are supposed to move things, move the hosts, give the messages and the ideas for the people around you, the things around you, so that it moves in the right way for everything to host you, has already happened, has already been spoken. The word has been spoken. And you're ready to be hosted in so many places. And so the hosting here, you will feel like everything that happens next in your life is divine. Like you finding the right person, for example, and you go, oh my God, like I was there, they were there, how did we meet like that? Or the right job, you just happen to be in the right place that you hear about the job that allows you to do that. Anyway, I could go on like you always wanted to go somewhere. Speaking of hosting, perhaps you, I don't want to say meet. Let's say you happen to read online about the news that maybe you can find a job there. I'm just trying to say that you will suddenly find your hosts. Everything is going to feel divine. Everything is going to feel like it was divinely given to you, divinely happening for you. You will just know that this is happening. Like the right person, the right company is looking for a person just like you, and both of you in the interview laugh at how you found each other. Like this interviewer, they were like, we were looking for someone exactly like you with exactly the specifications. We were thinking, how were we ever going to find someone like that? And then you show up and you ask about this, and we're like, what? This is exactly what we're looking for. So I feel like everything is genuinely going to feel divine. All of these areas that are meant to host you next, because the word has been spoken, it has been decided, and the angels are already in motion. Five of Pentacles. These three cards came together. Five of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Wow, and Nine of Pentacles. Hey, look at that. This is a specific message time is showing you. There were some things you lacked in your childhood. Massive things that you have lacked in childhood. And now, with the Nine of Pentacles, these things that you've lacked are going to be fulfilled. This is the season when all of the different things that you lacked are going to be fulfilled. So let's take a look at your time's message about your future. Time's message to you, I mean, regarding your future. Time is showing you that everything you know is changing, is dissipating. Everything you know is changing in a way that will like blow your mind. Time is showing you that you're going to be a very wealthy person. That seems to be very strong here. It's like it's in a message all on its own. You're going to be financially fulfilled. And by the way, a lot of these dreams are coming true, especially ones that needed resources, not only, but also. Nine of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, especially. I want to say especially, not only, but especially. The cards are showing something around fulfillment, like things maybe that you couldn't do before, you're going to be able to do. Not only, but also. Okay, so yeah, and the reason I came back here is because there's an emphasis on wealth in your future. I don't know why you're getting things are gonna, like, I know part of it, but not the next. So things are gonna be moving very quickly, and we did see it in the Knight of Wands. Things are gonna be moving in so quickly for you. Perhaps not enough time to adjust things the way you want it. So for example, things are going to be moving so quickly, maybe you won't have proper time to say goodbye to some people that you want to say goodbye to. And if you don't move quickly, maybe you will regret, for example, or maybe you're going to go, oh, I wish I had more time with this friend. Now it takes me long commuting hours just to see them, for example. So yeah, things are going to be moving very quickly, and if you are not quick on your feet to notice that things are, pick up the signs that things are changing massively, you will find yourself going, I should have enjoyed that more. I should have like closed things properly here, adjusted things here. I don't know, but yeah, you won't have time. You won't have time. Things are going to be changing so quickly. So time, since you won't have time, is advising you to take the time to do things properly and well whenever you notice signs of this rainbow energy, like things are changing, right? Whenever you see signs of things that mean that things are changing, it means that things are changing. And thus, you want to think about, well, since things are changing, what sort of quick decisions do I need to make that I won't regret? Do I need to, like, am I procrastinating on some things that I need to do? Do I need to close up on some things? Do I need to say something that I didn't say? Do I need to open some things that I could have opened? Yeah, these are the things time is guiding you to take the time to pay attention to and do, because things are going to be moving so fast very soon. You're on the precipice of this right now. It hasn't moved that fast, but you're entering that time of fast movement. Night is one of the fastest. Knight of Wands, night. Oh my God, the Knight of Wands is one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. So things are going to be very quickly, and the orders have already been made. The blessings are ready for you to receive. They're there for you. Like, consider yourself wealthy now. It's done. It's like you're just going to be receiving it through a vessel. But it's done. Consider it done. The angels have moved. The messages have been received. The intuition have been picked up to the people to do what they need to do in order for the vessel to be created, in order for you to carry, most important, like experience all these amazing things, but most importantly, carry through what you started here, that you've built so well, and now it's going to take you far. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. This was so interesting. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at an important message that you have from time. And to do this reading, I'll be dividing it into 3 parts. A message from time about from your past, a message from time about your present, and a message from time about your future. So that is the plan of this reading. These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If at any point you're interested, oh, it looks like we've got one for the first one, which is the past. Diamond in the rough. Interesting. Anyway, sorry. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of the decks that I use at any point, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys in the description box. Oh, we've got another card ready. So very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful cherry quartz. Your significator card is the splat. And the keywords on the card are collision, viscous, irregular, as well as expect the unexpected. Ooh, so nice. Right. So let's begin your reading by taking a look at your message from time about the past. Right. Well, this one moved. Let's stop. I mean, it was stuck there. And so I really feel like you're meant to have that card. And let's take a look at your cards. So you've got the gem. Right. You've got rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Okay, perhaps this is like talking about how you were in the past digging and digging, and you started realizing in the past also that you're starting to get something valuable or find something valuable after all this digging and searching. Maybe just an initial idea. So you've got fractals. You've got concern. All the piles got a concern a card, but you're the only one that's getting it in the past position. Right. Now, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the 10 of Wands. Temperance. Four of Swords. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Okay, it seems like time is taking us to a time in your past when things were very heavy and you were very concerned about what is going to happen, what you're going to do. And then it quickly turned or alchemized this difficult time, quickly alchemized into great fortune, and you found yourself resting. Yeah, the diamond in the rough. It was so heavy, you were going on a long path, maybe searching for something. You were worried you weren't gonna find it, only to all of a sudden be fortunate and find something very fortunate. It's like after the rain, the rainbow comes. It's like in your past, it's like the rainbow suddenly appeared and you're looking at it and you're like, wow, how can that happen? Especially after I was so worried and concerned and it was so heavy. How can it alchemize so well where I finally rest or I finally feel home? Maybe some of you finally found love or something as well. And I feel so fortunate. I feel lucky with the dice and on top of the world. Also, this is the, what is it called? Not the gesture, the same body position as the world card. Like, I'm getting the idea that something ended. This is taking us to a time of your world when something very difficult, a long, heavy journey ended. You started becoming very fortunate. You started resting. You started feeling like the world's got you with these. Like the world is saying, I got you. You feel rested. You feel home. I'm wondering what fractals, though, are talking about. Collision, viscous, irregular. The splat seems to be a surprise. Plah. So, the significator card seems to be talking about a surprise. These are your signs, by the way. I think I already shared that with you guys. But, yeah, it seems to be talking about surprises. So, yeah, that's an amazing, fortunate surprise that happened to you in the past, it seems. And so, what does time want to tell you about? What's the message here? I think it lies in the fractal card. I think I'm going to get the guidebook. Perhaps it gives us like a peek into what the fractals want to tell us. Okay, so EF fractals. Fractals are never-ending patterns. Oh, okay, this gives me an idea right away. This is a reminder that big thing is just a bigger version of something small, and vice versa. Mm, right. Just like how our neuron network looks and the universe and so on, for example. But anyway, this is a reminder that big thing is just a bigger version of something small and vice versa. What you do to the cell, you do to society. What you accomplish in your life, you accomplish for generations. Fractals are helpful to ponder because they help us understand how simply taking care of ourselves can be world changing. In moving towards positive change, it is easy to fixate. It's easy to fixate on overwhelming large scale forces that evoke powerless and eventually burnout. Huh. It is easy to fixate on overwhelming large scale forces that evoke powerlessness and eventually burnout. Yeah. This is an invitation to focus on how you can interact with the world in a way that is life giving so that you can be a sustainable member of larger movements for positive change. So there's something about small things do matter, that when you focus on the small things, the big things tend to work, or something like that. But why? Oh, I think I got here because we did talk about how you alchemized something here. Even I wasn't sure how you alchemized that, but I just went along with it. Um, there's something about in your past. Perhaps you're living a very fortunate life or something, or you got something fortunate. So time is telling you what this was teaching you through time in your past is that you didn't necessarily do anything on the outside to get this fortune, to find this gem. It was the act of digging itself, perhaps even within yourself, of alchemizing something small in your life that alchemized your outer world. Like, for example, you making a small but significant change in your inner world, deciding to heal something, to pay attention to something, to take care of something. So maybe in your past, a quick example could be, I can't just think of one, like maybe you decided, mm, I'm going to, you know what, from now on, I will start depending on myself, for example. Like you go, I always depended on people. I didn't believe in myself, for example. From now on, I'm going to give myself the gift, even in the small things, to like give yourself self wing to fly in some area of life. I'm going to, and I'm not saying this is your example, I'm just translate, like giving an example. I'm going to um, rely on myself. So day after day, every time you find yourself trying to ask someone for a favor or trying to have someone do something for you because you feel like you can't do it on your own, you're like, let me try. Maybe I can do it on my own. I want to be independent. And so you start taking actions and learning and insisting that you can do it on your own. And because you're alchemizing the small things in your world, you start seeing magic happen in your outer world because it's the same pattern, just on a bigger scale. And so you suddenly go, whoa, what is all this fortune? What is this hit of luck? You might think it's luck, but really it's the same energy of alchemization that you've done. It's exactly the same. And so time is telling you that this should teach you, time wants to teach you a great lesson about time and how you can make use of it, and how you can, I want to say, almost have power over it, power of time. And so you don't have to do things the hard way. Sometimes it's about alchemizing something small in the same pattern that takes care of the big things. Like, for example, let's say you want to become a great investor one day. To alchemize that, maybe you want to start with being savvy with how you handle your money now. For example, like make small changes. And when you make these small changes now, you start seeing luck and how it affects your whole life. Maybe you want to be loved. And so, in that case, giving self love to yourself and making sure you're like, you want to heal that with temperance. I'm going to give myself love in all the different ways. I'm going to do all these amazing things because I love myself, for example. Experiencing love, giving yourself love, and how something like that can really make you so lucky. And you're like, wow, look at all these amazing changes that are happening in your life. And that's because of vibration. But in any case, your reading is not saying it's because of vibration. I'm just adding that. But it's saying it's exactly like putting a seed in soil, because that's the Ingwa's rune in her arm right there, which is a rune of seeds and potential. And so it's telling you, just like you've alchemized something in the past and then thought, whoa, look at all these massive changes in my life and how fortunate I've become and the sort of diamonds I found in the rough. Similarly, time is teaching you that you can use this power all of the time. Think of all of the things that you want to be fortunate in life, and time is telling you, just like you've alchemized it in the past, use that same thing. Use something, heal something within you, and work on the small scale of it, and you will see magic on the big scale. Don't say to yourself things like, oh, when that time comes, I will be doing that. Oh, when that happens, I will be improving myself and I'm going to be doing that. It's almost like start the improvement now. And it doesn't have to be on big things. It's like just working with that energy, even on a very, very, very small scale, because very small scale is like a huge scale. And that's what we've learned from this fractals card. Yeah, very, very amazing messages. Like your first reading from time is time wanting you to teach, wants to teach you to use it better, because it has observed that you were able to reach that sometime in the past. You were already able to apply this lesson, but maybe you didn't realize that you've alchemized something and you just thought you were fortunate. And that's what time wants to show you. Use me in the same way and you will be fortunate in everything else in your life. And yeah, that's what I see, my dear pile number 3, as your very first message from time regarding your past. Very, very sweet, very amazing. Yeah, the gem. Use that same thing you found and discovered. Okay, let's now move on to the second part of your reading, which is your present. What is time's message to you regarding your present? Expectation. The riddle. You've got kite, vacation. Lovely. Okay, perhaps you are on a vacation right now, or maybe you got some time off of something recently. We'll find out. Or maybe you're expecting it. Right, anyways. Decomposers. Maybe you are on a time off waiting for something to decompose or end before you can start. Oh, I feel with the riddle that you've been trying to solve something for so long, and perhaps you realized that you are not able to for one reason or the other. Because with the splat here, irregular, it seems like it keeps changing forms as you're working on it, or it keeps moving or something. It's not stable for you to figure out. It has a different result every time or something like that. And so something about you right now, where with vacation you're like, you know what, I'm just going to stop figuring this out. I don't know why I'm not able to figure it out. It's just like I can't hold it. Every time I try to hold it or put a finger on what the issue is, or try to pick it up. Try to pick it up and work with it. It's just so it just moves. It doesn't have a regular shape that I can hold and figure things out. So there's something about you right now deciding to go, you know what, I'm just going to leave this for a while on the side. I can't be bothered, to be honest. I don't know what to do about it. And you are waiting for it almost to dissipate or fix itself by itself, all while with expectation here. It's not like you've totally let go of it. Somehow, with expectation, despite its irregularity, despite how much it's confusing you, you're still very hopeful. Part of you, if not all of you, completely believes that it will be fixed. But for now, that's the present moment. You're vacationing from it. You're like, right, I'm not going to deal with this complicated situation anymore, and perhaps it will solve itself by itself. That's what I'm feeling. You're deciding here. Anyways, let's expand with your cards. So, whoa, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. Right, very lovely card to have. Especially this one is very positive. You've got the Judgment card. The Emperor. You know what I just heard in my mind right now when I looked at this? I heard, you know what else is irregular and you can't hold? That's the soul. And so there's something about if you just release and let go, it's almost like you're allowing your soul or your higher self or something to actually deal with it. It's like, look, they look the same, kinda. It's like this is irregular, you can't hold it, but so is your soul, which is the essence of who you are. And so that will be able to hold it strategically because it holds the power to. So the fact that you're letting it go for now, or maybe you're not, and your advice from time in the present moment is to actually give it a break. Give it a break, because you're trying to like control it somehow, and it's not going to be held, at least not with the physical body. It requires something just as fluid. And so it's not going to be you exactly that deals with it. It's more like your soul that's going to checkmate it. It has the power to do that. Not only so, but with the 10 of Pentacles, it will allow you to enjoy all of the abundance that comes from resolving such a situation. So 10 of Pentacles, it has many aspects, as you can see. It has wealth, it has family, it has so much. You can see such a positive card. And so it's like time is telling you, give it time. Just leave it and give it me. Give it time. it will resolve itself by itself, because it's your soul self or higher self. You're giving space for your soul, for your energy, for your higher self to deal with it. It's complicated for you, but for you in the, let's say, in the physical body, but your higher intelligence knows how to deal very well with the situation. So don't try so hard to fix something that's just not working out. Give it a break, and you will be surprised what happens and how it ends itself by itself. The Fool, a new beginning, the flower of life, a new seed, a new beginning. And you see, this is sacred geometry, which is all energy. Do you see? Energy and frequency show us all these sacred geometrical patterns, and we're always impressed, just like the fractals. So again, I'm actually, now that I've said that, this takes me to the advice here of alchemizing something small and allowing that energy to fix it. That's why the Times chose to give you this message. So it's all connected. So time again is reminding you, pick that up. Again, remember what we talked about in your past position, the seed. Put the seed by focusing on the small energy, doing something very small, and it's going to be in the same pattern of the big, and the big resolves the big. Very interesting. Okay, it's like time is totally speaking to you. It's making so much sense. It's crazy. Okay. So 5 of Pentacles, and the key is at the door. You're not lacking anything. You have the key. You've already used it before. Use your magic. Use your magic. So that's very interesting. Use your magic. Alchemize it. In fact, the Magician card is the card of what? As within, so without. And that's what we've learned here. You've done something small in your inner world that affected the bigger. Same thing here. What you're lacking, what's not being resolved, what you're like thinking about, is this going to be resolved? It's saying give it a break. Don't try so hard anymore. Not like if you have something to do, don't do it. Of course, do what you can do. But I mean, give it a break in like trying to figure it out so hard. And instead, you want that working. Manage your little world. Make it work well in the same pattern in your little world. And you shall see that magic in your outer world. Just leave it. Leave it to decompose all on its own, and you shall rise high. Gosh, your reading is so magical and super interesting. Yeah, and again with the splat, we come again. You will be surprised with what shape or what it gives you, what results it's going to give you. It's all frequency, it's all magic. You've got the key and you're lucky. Time is showing you this message because maybe if someone else wouldn't have understood what time is talking about. But the fact that you've already alchemized it before, you know exactly what time is talking about when time is saying you have the key. Use it again. You've already seen how that works for you. Right. So that is the second message that I see from time, and it is regarding your present situation. Just in case you're thinking, I'm not sure what that riddle is because it's in many areas of life, and perhaps time in that case is saying use it in every place in your life. But if you want like clarification, which I highly doubt, but I'm just going to make sure I do it anyways, just in case, where this is in life. So you've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Two of Pentacles. I'm seeing you are trying to shift something. You're trying to materialize an idea in your mind, make a shift in it. You're so committed to something, so committed, and you try to take a step towards it every day in the grand scale. You work so hard. You're already working so hard towards it. And you're probably wondering, like, why isn't that working? I work so hard. I'm super committed. I'm shifting everything or a lot of things trying to make it work. And time is showing you that you can use it. Like that will take you there if you take enough steps after a long while. You're gonna get there. Time is saying, hey, you're gonna get there. But instead of taking all of that time, you can have a shortcut, because the path you're in trying to figure it out in that way, that's going to take a long, long, long time. Instead, do the smart thing. Use energy and alchemize it right now by doing the same big thing into a small thing in your life. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now let's take a look at Time's message regarding your future. Right, one more time. Okay, and let's pick up your cards. So I'm feeling, yeah, doing a split. I've done that in the other pile as well. And then also I'm seeing another split here. There we go. And then, hello. And hey, there is a green card there popping out. Do you see it? I'm sure you can see it. There we go. So let's take that too. And let's see what you have. So you've got marriage. Well, for some of you, marriage is in the cards in the future. Perhaps you already are in love with someone. Both of you are going to get married. Maybe you are single, and then this means that you're going to find the right person who you will one day marry. Maybe you're already married, and so this card could mean it will almost feel like a new beginning. It will feel like the very first time in the future that you felt when you first got married. So that's there. You've got, are you kidding me? Microorganisms. You keep getting, instead of doing the hard work, focus on the little thing that does the big work. Do you know the levers in physics? How you, if you use a stick long enough, you can carry something so heavy with a lever because you've accounted for the distance. And so it's an example of doing less hard work and doing something small that carries something heavy. And so in that same way, energetically, I don't know why you keep, like, time is so persistent on this message. So microorganisms, it's kind of like you don't even need to do it in a small scale. You can do it in a tiny scale. Alchemize me using the tiny little things. It's kind of like, I don't have an example, really. I don't want to waste time in examples. I think you understand what I mean, but it's going even more microscopic here. It's kind of like Don't be overwhelmed. It doesn't have to even be on the small scale you could be thinking about. It could be on such a tiny scale. It will still matter because it's built in the same way. It's the same energy structure. But yeah, I don't know why you're getting that in the future. It's like something that is carried through here. I feel like time always wants you to use that to your favor. You found something, always use it. But anyways, let's continue to see the rest of the cards. You know, in pile number 2, they also had wealth in the third part. You might be drawn to pile number 2, and it might just give you a lot of perspective on your reading to expand on. But anyways, you've got wealth, marriage, wealth. It's looking great. You've got flowers, happiness. Yeah, that too. that too. That the most. But yeah, I'm very happy for you. It seems now that I'm looking at the cards, this is saying it's almost like you've mastered the key here that opens doors in general. And you're like, let me do the small thing. Bam. Let me do the small thing. Bam. Let me do the small thing. Bam. Like maybe you're like, let me do one small thing every day that makes me happy. Just this one small thing that makes me happy every day. And let's increase it. Do one more thing and one more thing. One more thing. Just little things that make me happy. You know what? I love candles. I'm just going to light the candle. You know what? I love this. I'm going to take the time every day to do this. And the more you do that, more happiness tends to happen in your life. Wealth. You know what? I'm going to give people in need. I'm going to take care of how I manage my finances is a big thing. Tiny thing is I'll just take it day by day, where this one time where maybe I'm a shopaholic, this one time I said, you know what, I'm going to be more careful. I'm going to be more careful. This little thing I'm going to avoid. Every little thing that you do, or in that case, since this is the future, you have done in the future position, from the future position's perspective, I mean, has led to the positive things you are seeing in your cards today. So the box. Do you see patterns repeating? And small pattern, just like the big pattern. It's crazy. Your reading keeps saying the same thing in different ways. I mean, even like couldn't even have been planned. It's just perfect. Okay. The mystic. You've become the mystic. You've become the magician that just understands how to deal with this magic. You figured it out. You've seen it. Time is like, you've seen it. You know how to work with it. You've become in your future the magician who understands how to work with the small square in order to get the huge one. Like build a small square and get a house. What? I'm sure it's not like, or who am I to say? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. You tell me. I don't know. You're the mystic here. So please do tell us. Write a book about this. Let people know what you're doing, because bravo, really. Wow. Okay. Let's and similarly, the box makes me think about something. Similarly, you want to understand that if you restrict yourself in a small way, you're going to see that restriction on a bigger scale. So if you're like, what restriction? Too shy to speak up, for example, then you're going to see that restriction in hindering your voice on the big scale. And similarly, if you want to heal it, maybe you don't want to go out on a podium and go, listen to me speak. But maybe you just want to speak up in the little things, only to see things becoming easier and opening up in the big things. So yeah, restrictions are exactly the same. The opposite end, like the other side of the coin, when it comes to the things that you want, it's all the same. And so you're in the future, you've seen that. You're like more mindful even of not restricting things or not indulging in negative things like self-victimization or following fears and limiting ideas, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? Like you're mindful. No, I'm not going to restrict myself, because that plays out on the big scale. Gosh, I've learned so much from your reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and with all of us, because even there are people who could just simply listen to the pile and learn. So yeah, wow. Let's take a look at the rest of the cards. Can you imagine you're a teacher without speaking? Wow. So just by being present. 5 of Cups. Right. The World card. Do you see this 5 of Cups, which is a card of dropping something? You're the one dropping what you don't like in your life here. It's like that can go goodbye easily. This person is so relaxed. Yeah, you can go. Right. So 5 of Cups, the World card. The Ace of Swords, the power of your mind. You've become a master with that. You've understood how important this is. It's almost like you change the, like, you might think I'm crazy, but we did see this. And even the guidebook told us you might think it's crazy that it changes the world, but you could change the world with small action, remember? And that's what I'm getting here. You're going to be such a mystic in your future that your thoughts alone are going to change the whole world. The world, I don't want to put responsibility on your shoulder, but I really want you to listen to me seriously here. In your future, when you've reached this, you don't need any, I don't think you need any advice from me here. But I think maybe you want to, of course, you're going to help the world. What am I saying? It's probably saying that you're going to help the world and you're going to shift it energetically by shifting your thoughts. And that's why time has a very important message for you today. You are needed. You are vital and important in this era and in this time. The fact that you understood the existence of this key, I don't remember where it is there. The fact that you've understood that because, you know why? Others can just hear these concepts of, like, think about this, do that. You've actually seen that alchemization. And so the fact that you've grasped something, understood the magic of something here is I don't want to say it's a miracle, but I want to say is brilliant. That's why time is like, okay, we've got a light being here, maybe who's awoken. Ace of Swords, one who's awoken here. Whoa, we've got an awoken person here. Yes, you see what you did there? Yeah, you want to use this present time to train it to adjust your life and see what sort of magic it does into your life. And then you will be using that not just with the wealth and the happiness and all the amazing love you can get in the world, but this is going to go so bigger. And you are one day with your thoughts going to change the world. You're like, let's change the small. And again, the pattern, see, the small, the repetitive pattern, just the small leads to massive ones. And that's the real staircase, not the hard one with the hierophant that we saw that you were attempting to use. That's the real staircase. Yeah, so it's showing you'll easily be dropping things you don't want from your life, restrictions, goodbye. You'll be changing the world. Oof, what a reading. Wow, I'm so impressed, to be honest. 9 of Swords. You'll be able to focus and shift the masses thoughts into healing. It's like, let me focus. The small one, remember, do the small one. And then you're shifting all of the collective fears, all of the collective anxieties. You're making massive shifts. I am honored. The people of this pile. Wow. Wow. Trust that this is your reading. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. 3 of Swords. And I heard right now, what about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain. Did you ever stop to notice? Anyways, it's a beautiful song, of course. But it's again a song about the world. Anyways, sorry, it's just playing in my head. Save the world, heal the. That's not heal the world. Make it a better place. No, wait. What is what? Oh yes, the Earth song. I told you, the Earth song. The wounds and the pains of the Earth. You're not gonna stop at the world when it just comes to people's thoughts. Your thoughts are affecting even the wounds of the Earth. Who are you? What? WTF? Like on the most kindest, loving, respectful way. What? Who am I talking to? Wow. Wow. One day, and it might even seem crazy to you, but you're the pile of the surprise. Surprise! That's who you've awoken. Yeah, you've awoken. That's why. We've got a pile that awoken. And I think if everyone awakens, that's what everyone will remember to do. Wow, through maybe your voice, maybe through the power of your mind, the power of your voice, you've understood again. That's the little things that affects the big thing, and it's like so maybe here again, you're using something to heal the pain of the earth, all in your chair, my dear, all in your chair. Wow. Tower. And look, massive, surprising changes everywhere, but there's a heart. It's not like a scary tower card. With the heart, it's almost saying that it's loving energy that is so powerful, that's going to change everything. It's like you got in touch with your power. It's so powerful. It can change everything. Really, I am not just impressed, I'm mind blown. So, guys, if you know what you've alchemized here in the past, and you can go back to this memory that the whole reading is built on, you want to write a book, I'm just suggesting, or you might want to, like, your presence just gave us great advice in pile number 3. You've been teaching me, and I don't even see you. So I think you should use that to awaken others. And again, I don't think you need advice from me. I'm just gently like saying you can really use this light for even now in your world, and maybe pass it around. Maybe in the comment section, let us know what you do. You will be so useful. Your presence is light. Imagine writing a few words. I highly kindly ask you to do that. I would love to read. Just write pile number 3, because I will be scouring the comment section today trying to see what you've done. Anyways, my dear pile number 3, it was a pleasure doing this reading for you. I've enjoyed it so much. I feel like I myself want to go and think about this. What can one do with this? I love you guys so much. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading.